Welcome to the next episode of Wednesdays with Sherry and George.
I'm George.
What's going on, George? What do we have this week?
Well, we have a couple of interesting pieces, kind of on the opposite ends of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. We have a very light tune that's a lullaby, and then we have a dark, brooding piece that we think could work for espionage.
Let's talk about the first one.
Okay. So this was a very simple melody and very simple orchestration or arrangement, not too many instruments, kind of a very light sound, a bell sound for the instrumentation, and we called it Restless Sleep.
Which is what you're hearing in the background, and with lots of baby pictures.
Sherry did her magic with putting together a little video, a little film for this segment. I'm not sure why all the babies are white babies, but that's apparently all there are.
That's all they had. They didn't have stock Asian babies.
They only had white babies. So that's what we have for this particular piece. We think this could work for a commercial, for advertisements.
Yeah, for like baby products, or any scene where a baby is sleeping or playing with their mobile thing.
That's what it's called, a mobile. So that's that piece, and then now we'll segue into the dark, brooding espionage piece. This is a little more of a full orchestration. And again, we've been working with Logic, and we're trying to get closer to really being able to do that full orchestra sound that you hear in a lot of the big, epic sorts of spy movies that you might watch from time to time. I always like to think of this kind of piece as something you might see in, what was the one I was talking about the other day?
The Americans?
No, oh, well, The Americans would be one. The Americans is a TV show. No, it was the one with Matt Damon.
Oh, Born Ultimatum.
Born Ultimatum. When he's driving through Gorky Park or someplace in some exotic, location in either Russia or maybe Prague, Czechoslovakia, and there's a car chase or there's a handoff, and in fact, that's what we call this piece, the handoff. It's a little interaction between spies. So that's what this piece is about.
Yeah, it's dark and it's got a lot of tension building.
And to do that, we use a lot of dissonant chords. We use a lot of sort of harsher sounds in the instrumentation just to kind of achieve that, that element of tension.
Yeah, and also the melodies are very restricted. So you use, one or two note melodies constantly. Kind of helps build the tension.
Yeah, the repetition does help to build that tension.
Yeah, so that was a fun piece.
That was a fun piece. And do we want to do a little sneak preview for next week?
We have something different from those two. It's a full orchestral piece inspired by Disney soundtracks. Given that Aladdin just came out, we thought, why not, So
we'll
stay
play that
tuned
next
for
week.
next week.
So again, this is Wednesdays with Sherry and George, where we review the work that we're doing on creating music for sync licensing for film, television, for advertising.